and then preserving yourself, you're going to be a wonderful woman in the world. This world is going to be driven by women in the near future, but it will be only the women who are focused, the women who are educated, the women who have self-integrity with them that will drive the world. We are witnessing it today, that most of the fathers have neglected duty for the mothers. It is an indication that God is turning the events. If you are a father and you are irresponsible, God is going to get away the money from you and give to the person who is responsible for the family, and that is the mother. That is why you see as the mothers are coming up. I urge the daughters here, plus my sons, please preserve yourself, because the world is there for whoever preserves themselves for this world. Keep your integrity. Keep your virginity. It is very important. As a means of preserving culture and selfhood and confidence for us, most especially the girl child, my boy child, I'm still your mother, much as I'm inclining so much on the girl child. I have told them that I have put 1 million shillings to whoever will finish studies, graduate, and get married when you are a virgin. Those marrying, how about the boys? If there is something, if there is an instrument that measures the virginity of boys, when you're a virgin, I'll give you 2. The boys also will benefit. So this is aimed at Gomastura Nancha is my name, head teacher Nakaloke Senior Secondary School. The current rampant indiscipline in schools, most especially Sawazino, at this moment we attribute it to low involvement of cultural institutions and the religious institutions, because these people harbor a bigger mass of the population, most especially the youths. When it comes to religious leaders, they always have them in churches and mosques, and then the cultural institutions. This indiscipline is coming because of erosion of culture. Culture is being eroded because of westernization. That's why we are seeing gross indiscipline in schools. So when cultural institutions, for example, we are in Bugisu here, we expect the Inzuya Masaba to come in to be guiding these students on how the Bamasaba are supposed to behave, on how the Bamasaba are supposed to respect elders, they are supposed to respect the rule of law and the law. And then, because I doubt whether there is a cultural institution that condones drug abuse, strikes and the like. It is not there. So the biggest problem Uganda has now is cultural institutions to be sidelined. If they are not sidelined and they are direct into these schools and the institutions where the largest population of the Ugandan youths are, we are going to curb the indiscipline problems in Uganda. And the cultural institutions, the indiscipline is going to be worse in schools than it is today. So it is the high time that the schools and other institutions that harbor the biggest population of Ugandan youths liaise with the cultural institutions to see that we instill discipline in our learners and the youths currently. Their work, but currently, because of the current wave that every parent now, even the mothers are leaving home to go for work, they wake up very early in the morning and then they come back late when the children are sleeping. The children spend most of their time with the teachers. So it is only now the teachers that are trying to talk to these learners. The parents have totally neglected, except for the few who do that, but they are really very few. They nowadays don't have time. Everyone is going to win bread for the family. You're going to win bread for them, but the people you're winning bread for, you're leaving them untalked to and unguided, so they end up being indisciplined. So much as we as teachers are also parents, but this child needs the biological parent or the guardian to be talking to them. Right now, when it comes to percentage, at least 10% of the parents are the only ones talking to these children. Majority of them, actually, we even call them to school here, for example, and the child confesses that, may I only see my parent on a Sunday. That does not work. Meaning, the parent wakes up very early in the morning before the child wakes up, and then comes back when the child is already sleeping, and they are not bothered. That's why we see even the recent, you remember the girl that was murdered of Nakaloke SS. This girl could go home and then throw the books there and go to the friend's place, and the parents could leave her too. She comes back late in the night. She comes back when they have kept for her food. This girl the parents did not have time to talk to this girl, to tell the girl that when you come back from school, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to behave like this. So we also call upon parents to take up their role, because the teachers are alone, because we have quite a lot that we handle with these learners. So the other informal part that is wanting by the parents is neglected. So we call upon parents to take up their role in guiding these learners. Spoiled. But when a child is in school and the child is not spoiled, it is very, very, very best for this child to go to school. Gone are the days that Muslim girls used to be married off. I'm a proud Muslim girl who loves my religion, but my parents made sure that I attain my education, because marriage can wait, much as education might not wait. Even, okay, you can go back to school even when you're old enough, but there is an age that is required for school. If a girl misses it, it becomes hard for them once they get married to get back to school. But gone are the days. It was majorly ignorance of our parents. But right now, the Muslim parents, actually in Nakaloke says I have the biggest population of girls as compared to the boys. So the girls have gotten to school, they are studying, they are getting their degrees, and as they go for marriage after their degrees. So a child, unless the child is totally spoiled, there is no reason that you give in that child for marriage before education in this current world, whereby even a mother needs to first go to school to become a very, very sensible mother. That the reason why you Muslims formed these schools is because you wanted the children to go to school, both girl and boy. So I call upon them that a Muslim girl will have a lot of value when they had their beauty and education. Because when we educate a mother, we shall have educated the nation. When we educate a Muslim mother, we shall have educated the Muslim Ummah. So I call upon all the parents, most especially the Muslim parents, please take your girls to school before they get married. To my girls, most especially my girls, is please, everything has its own time. You're living in your time, not in the time of others. If others have gotten married before school, that is their time. Please have your time, stay in school. When you combine your beauty and education, you will be a very important woman. And on this, I would like to also say, if a girl in Nakaloke says gets married after university and when is a virgin, I have a reward of 1 million shillings for them. So I urge them to keep themselves before marriage. You'll become an important person because the future needs you, whether you are a Muslim or not, as long as you are a woman. Because we women, where we are currently, I bet that in 20 years to come, this world is going to be moved by women. Because we are very focused, and we've said in school. So every girl, my message to every girl is that you are the mover of this world. Please stay in school, study, preserve yourself. You'll move the worlds and mountains will move for you.
Have good manners. And see, when you have good manners, you become an asset of an organization. If you have bad manners, you become a liability in the organization or in the school. So we encourage you as a cultural institution, please keep those good manners, including preservation of your virginity. For us, as a cultural institution, we take the issue of virginity seriously, and we are contemplating that at time T, there is a possibility that we might also give certificates to those that are virgins, the cultural institution. So, you are tampered with. Even the boys, they could say, yardstick will give you that you are still untampered with, and therefore you have a lot of potential. Yes. We, as a cultural institution, we exist to instill morals in our communities, in our students. That is our role. Nobody takes that away from us. We therefore request you to be very well behaved learners and not give your teachers headache. We do not want learners to be a problem to the teachers, because the teachers are your mentors. They mentor you, they are trained to mentor you, to make you better persons. We enjoin you, we encourage you continuously to ensure that at time T, all times actually, you must always humble yourself, even when you are greeting elders. Eh? Don't just meet a man and say, when you're here, say good morning or good afternoon, depending on the time of the day. That's an issue to do with good manners. The headmistress was also educating us that even how the children who are in the university or thereabout need to greet her. That's a sign of good manners. So please, let's ensure that we have that. We encourage you, as especially ladies, we noted with a lot of concern that some girls in some other schools, susu while standing. We tell you that susuing, you are supposed to bend a little bit before you ease yourself. So do not. I saw somebody doing like this right now. Business. It is also not proper, according to research and culture, for girls to even eat chicken. Chicken causes infertility. Once you have a lot of chicken in your body, it will cause infertility. So that should be left for bodies or men. We read a little bit something back when one of the girls from Nakaloke Senior Secondary was murdered in the guest house. Of course, our hearts bleed as a cultural institution. We are bleeding with a lot of sadness. It is unacceptable for a younger girl who is in class, who is in school, to be seen, not even to be dragged, because this time she wasn't dragged to a guest house. She went willingly because she had a boyfriend. Yes, we condemn the killing, we condemn it in the strongest terms possible, but also we would want to use that opportunity, that unfortunate scenario, to guide you and say there are wrong guys out there who can harm you. So please ensure that you keep yourself until you finish studies. Because it's very disturbing, one thing you cannot bring back is life. So when I see a young girl just who was not very gone far, just beginning studies, and we read very unfortunate news, it is quite disturbing and heartbreaking. So we shall use that very unfortunate example to tell you that please, there are wrong men out there, they take drugs, avoid them completely. We also challenge parents who have neglected their own children. We have noted with a lot of concern, we have a lot of data, research, where parents also abandon their own children. The children are left to be their own mothers, their own parents. We challenge it and we call for the parents in this community, in Masabaland, in Nakaloke community, to ensure that they play their roles which are invested, I think, around the Article 30 of the Constitution. Families have certainly good roles to play. Actually, when you read the Constitution of the Penal Code of 0102, it is an offense for a parent not to provide for his children. It is a serious offense. That's around negligence. One could be arrested. So we challenge the parents, please play your roles as a cultural institution. That's our message. Two, we also challenge some practices. We have noted some practices, including Islamic practices, which in Islam, they say there are three things you must respond to very fast. That when one has died, you bury immediately. When azan sounds, that is, as for prayers. You abandon whatever you are doing, you go for prayers. That when a girl at a younger age becomes jumpy, she should be married off. We say no. Let's allow children to finish school before they can venture into marriage. A jumpy girl can still be modeled, can still be mentored. So that pillar, as a cultural institution, we say we can modify it. Number 3, of a jumpy girl being married off, we can modify it as a cultural institution. That's our message. Then we across, I'm now just sharing a general message. I've been moving in schools. The Umukuka mandated me, started being the spokesperson, to move in all schools and universities and mentor and encourage. There are also, Madam Ladies, I want to bring to your attention, there are also some teachers who break protocols. There's a school I will not put on record where a girl was putting on a necklace, and the school rules say not put on what? Necklace. Now, ordinarily, the female teacher is not supposed to enforce that regulation if the girl is found with what? A necklace. So what the teacher did was to grab the girl, remove her buttons of the blouse, and want to pick the what? The necklace. The girl responded and hit the teacher back with serious slaps. Goes astray over a regulation of the school. We have female patrons, female teachers to enforce that. That is our message as a cultural institution. We also challenge the negative vices of smoking. We have seen girls also smoke immediately. Immediately here. I'm not even the boys also smoke. If they want a girl, I'm going to then the girl says, no, let's ensure that we don't go into that. Let's renounce gangism, groups, wrong groups. It's a general message for Asabaran. We want to use this platform to tell all learners across Bugisu and beyond that we do not support goons. You are learners, you came individually to learn. Learn, if your father never went to school, learn, get a job and will help him. So we challenge drugs, don't do drugs. I was in Bugisu recently, the children of the rich are now wasted. They have taken the drugs, they have access to money, and are now a very big problem to their parents. Very rich men, ministers, are crying because the children have taken drugs and are now spoiled. We discourage you from negative vices like defilement. Defilement is still a crime. You cannot say the girl herself accepted. No, the law doesn't give her authority to accept. So it is a crime. We challenge rape. It's also a crime, it's statutory crime, and many other vices there about. So, well-behaved what? Learners. When you behave well, you bring respect to your headmistress. When you behave wrongly, you bring a lot of shame on the school. One person like this can bring very bad news to the entire what? School. So we preach as a cultural institution that please keep your manners. Look at, sometimes for us we don't sit here and we don't stay here, but look at your head, follow her, see how, you see she also used to put on the way you are putting on at some point when she was studying. I gave you an example, she wanted to be appointed under DC. Who will appoint a drug addict? It can't happen. So let her be your moral compass, try to follow her, emulate her. You can see now her driving. She has the number of these cars. She gets the salary. And what have you? She has a home and what have you. So struggle to achieve what she has achieved. So this should be your moral compass. And as I said, for us as Mukuka, we are very comfortable with her leadership. The Mukuka said I should thank her and tell the runners what she has done in this community. The parents in this community hold her in very high esteem. And sometimes if they have their children who disturb you, say, tuja kutwala wanancha, ako disciplining. You get that? Let's ensure that we are well behaved. The Umukuka, through the Nabachalama Foundation, we pledge to do a circuit, the way the Baganda do, so that our girls can be taught the Mama Sabot, culture, issues of manners, issues of decorum. You just need to behave gently. Sometimes students think if you even listen to the radio, you are old fashioned. No. So let's be gentle people. Because when you are gentle, you are going to get a job, you are going to be respected in the community. When you are gentle, if they are looking for things, they will not come to you. They will not come to you. But the moment you put on this bread what? Bread rocks. If they are arresting thieves, you are number one. For me, if I'm in the time, they will bypass me. Say, excuse me, let them pick the one in what? The bread rocks. So let's ensure that we are gentle students. And please, do not struggle to attain. Yes, let me emphasize. Do not struggle to attain what you can't defend. I saw you telling your headmistress, or the headmistress told you that you prefer being addressed as gentlemen and what? That is a defendable rank. In the USA, United States of America, have pledged to make a contribution of $120 towards education. So each will make that contribution. We shall put it together to ensure that it is spread across Masabaland to support some of the talents, much as is not really telling me which that talent was, but there's something like that. To break into your association, into the Masaba Student Association, was well operated by the headmistress, that here we have people from Bugwere. You break into Bugwere Students Association, you elect your executive, you have TESO, you break into TESO Students Association, you do your executive so that you have leadership. To once in a while, the headmistress can pass messages there. It's a quicker way of getting to you. So I went to, I think, Maladef. We are agreed and are now forming a student association. When you get elected here as a chairperson or secretary or whatever it is, or spokesperson, that is very spirit. When you reach the university, you find those associations, and it will be easier for you to participate, including contesting as even a guild president of a university. At the moment you get elected as a guild president of the university, like Makerere, like IU, you'll never be the same. Never. Therefore, being appointed as RDCs are those people who are either guild president or speaker of a university. So it's a good one for you to do that.